Hello, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Shawn Styles with a look at your weather on this Labor Day holiday weekend. It's kind of toasty out there. Part of the reason high pressure is keeping things high and dry. If you look closely, I know it's kind of hard on your screen, but where it's kind of shiny out here, that's where we would normally see the marine layer. That's the reflection of the sun off the ocean. And so the marine layer is way out to sea, and in fact, the marine layer was almost non-existent this morning. We've got Sweetwater Reservoir here, and this is San Miguel Mountain. So if you're not sure where that is, if you head out on the 94 and then it splits at the 125 and you head east off to the right, there is San Miguel Mountain. That's where the transmitters are for everyone that is in the broadcast industry. We've got some interesting things happening. We've got this beach hazard statement all the way up and down the Southern California coastline. This is from a swell that was generated off New Zealand about 10-12 days ago. A storm broke off the Antarctic and moved across New Zealand, brought them a bunch of snow, as well as into southern Chile. And we have a heat advisory across. This heat advisory extends all the way to Sacramento. So everyone is baking. Now, as far as the surface is concerned, because it's coming from the southwest, that means that most of the city beaches of San Diego will see an occasional bigger set. The southwesterly breaks will see some 5-foot sets, so that means rip current risk will be moderate. Water temperature, 72 degrees, and your tides not fluctuating all that much. You've got a low tide at 10 o'clock, a 3.4 pushing to a 4.7 at 5 o'clock, so not a big swing in your tides there. Looking at the forecast for your Labor Day, 82, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's why we've got this heat advisory in place. And I wouldn't be surprised if the National Weather Service doesn't extend it, especially in the inland microclimates where we're forecasting it to stay equally as hot over the next couple days. And the warmer spots like Escondido, Valley Center, Ramona, they're probably touching the low 100s. Current temperatures, there it is, low 100s in Escondido, 94 in Ramona, El Cajon 94 along with La Mesa, and along the coastline, upper 70s to low 80s. So definitely above average everywhere. 77 or 78 would be the 30-year average for downtown San Diego. So at this point, we're where we should be, but keep in mind, this is late in the afternoon. Here's a live look from Mount Soledad. Speaking of the downtown area, there it is, Mission Bay, lots of activity there today. 77 degrees, southwest are your winds, humidity at 71%. All right, let's look at the rest of the southwest with kind of an emphasis on southern and central California. San Francisco and Mammoth. Mammoth at 8,000 feet, 79, San Francisco, sea level, 79 degrees. 102 in Fresno, Bakersfield, 100, 107 out in Phoenix. Those folks out there have just been baking all summer. 102 in Las Vegas and 75 in the Civic Center, Santa Barbara, the same as San Diego at 77. High pressure, the main reason we're seeing this hot weather. These areas of low pressure, not really doing much. We might start to see some monsoonal flow come into the forecast. That might bring us some thunderstorms over the mountains. High pressure starts to shift a little bit and weakens ever so slightly. As it moves out of the region somewhat, this low moves into, say, the Central and Eastern Pacific, affecting Northern California. Their temperatures are going to come down, and that will also give us some slightly cooler temperatures. But we're going to stay in the low to mid 80s right on through Wednesday, and then we get back down into the 70s as we get into, say, Thursday, Friday, near or a degree or two below. Inland, you will stay in the mid 90s until eventually on Thursday and Friday, you get back down into the upper 80s. So cooling is on the way. How much for the mountains? You'll also see a nice cooling as we get into the second half of the work week and into the weekend. So relief is in sight, but not before we deal with multiple days of heat. There's those thunderstorms that I mentioned. And for you folks in the deserts, it's still August into September. September starting tomorrow, but we'll see things start to cool down a little bit for you in the Borrego Springs area. That's a look at your weather.